Welcome back to Iron Media, where objectivity meets reality. So you're telling me in 2024, Jamaica, at a teachers college, J.C. Foster Teachers College, you have a principal barring students that are adults, male students to be specific, for wearing long hair, plaits, cornrows. In 2024, we're not talking about a high school or a primary school or a preschool. We're talking about a college, a teachers college where adults attend. In 2024. So, according to the principal, Mr. Wilson, he told them that's the male students to regularize their hair in order to remain enrolled, and if they do not, they would be barred from entering the school, according to one training teacher. Another one who was disgruntled said that I was not happy at cutting my hair. This is at a college. And according to the principal, he's stating that it makes them less favorable when going for jobs. You're talking about 2024 Jamaica? So apparently he doesn't have a problem if you lock your hair and if you can produce some form of documentation that you are a part of the Rastafarian faith. Isn't that highly discriminatory? This sounds like a lawsuit. Could even be a class action lawsuit if these students or trainee teachers from J.C. Foster decide to take action. This could be a lawsuit because this is highly discriminatory. And this is so archaic, coming from our colonial past and our colonial masters. Because even I myself, I can remember in high school, it was also a problem. Even if you faded your hair, it was a problem. They wanted you to either shine your head or have a standard, very low cut. How does that relate to education? And I know one may say, that's the problem with society and not following rules and blah blah blah, but what's grooming? Let's have a question. Do people really know what's grooming? Go and look up what's grooming. Grooming is keeping your hair tidy and clean. You can have a plait, you can have a cornrow, you can even lock your hair and keep it tidy and clean. You can have a low cut and your hair is not clean. You don't wash your hair, you don't take care of your hair. You probably have some lice or fungus or whatever the case may be. So grooming doesn't necessarily mean shining off your head like Mr. Wilson. I think Mr. Wilson is bald, so I guess he wants everyone to shine their heads like him. What are we doing? I've seen teachers in the classroom with plaits. I've seen teachers in the classroom with lock hair. I've seen teachers in the classroom, and these are male teachers, with afro. Jamaica already have a teacher shortage problem with most of the teachers migrating because of financial reasons. So you're going to make less teachers available because of a hair policy for adults? Are you insane? I think this man has some form of superiority complex or some god complex, because he was the same one, I believe, with Taekwondo Tracy. And Taekwondo Tracy qualified to run, I believe, on the relay team or the 100 meters team. He was qualified, and because he was, I believe, the head coach of the team going into the Olympics or the World Championship, I think the Olympics, he decided to use one of his runner from GC Foster. Like, what are we doing in 2024 talking about hair grooming? Grooming does not equate to having a low cut, shining off your head, etc. You can have a plait, you can twist it out, you can afro it, you can curl your hair, and it is still neat and clean. That's what grooming is. Having your hair neat and clean. So we need to let go of these colonial past, man. Let go of these things. Like I said, I remember in high school we couldn't wear a fade. We couldn't wear a high top. And I remember you had boys, you know, who was of a certain complexion and a certain class, and their hair was very straight, and they were allowed to wear their hair as they please. But the black boy, the Negro here, could not wear his hair and groom it as how he wanted. I remember even one student being barred from the graduation ceremony, and it caused a real fuss because he grew his hair a little bit, you could say about an inch, curl it, had a nice fade, you know, hair was properly groomed, and they barred him. But then you had another boy of Asian descent, had his long straight hair. So we need to get rid of these things, these colonial past, man, and stop the nonsense. This is 2024. Grooming is to keep your hair neat and clean. That's what grooming is. Go and look it up. This is very disgusting and distasteful. But anyways, that's just my thoughts. Until next time.